Cinco de Mayo is holiday time. Holiday time in Mexico. Are you ready?
Is that from your childhood?
What, that song?
Yeah.
You never heard that song?
No.
Cinco de Mayo is holiday time. Holiday time in Mexico. I thought that was a national song. Are you kidding me? Maybe it was just like my...
Mexicans don't even care about Cinco de Mayo. It's white people.
Not according to the El Torito out front there off the 10 freeway in Gary. That place is thumping today. With the muffler Ryan Bruckner, I'm Mike, Big Tobacco Ryan. This is my intro. Welcome to Squared Circle Cinema. And a belated, warm, and happy and pleasant Cinco de Mayo to all you cinemaniacs out there. Ryan, how am I doing today, buddy?
You really took me by surprise.
Sneak attack. We're going.
Oh, man.
We're doing it live. You know why? Because you were typing. All right? That means you weren't prepared. You were still writing stuff at the 11th hour, taking a nap on a beautiful Saturday. It's hot, though. Do you think
I
you took
needed
a nap?
that nap.
Yeah. It is hot.
I needed that
It
nap.
is miserable today, man. And my AC in my car's out. My AC in my apartment's out.
What?
I am dying.
Why is your AC in your car out?
I don't know. Well, it's been...
that damn mechanic that screwed you over that
Yeah,
time?
same thing. I haven't fixed it since. And it's just been pleasant lately. But now I'm like, yeah, I got to get this fixed. The drive over here was just hot air blowing on my cracked face, my weather-beaten face.
Open the windows?
Yeah, no, that's what I do. And here's the thing that I've learned. You got to open both windows, passenger and front.
You got to have that
Because
vortex.
you got to have a vortex of cooling air. But it is just so dry and not humid at all.
Yeah.
That is just desert air being blown in my face, stuck in traffic, and then the temperature goes up like 20 degrees because you're not moving. That is hell. But at least there's shade.
Well, back in my elementary school, the kindergartners would come out in the morning announcements every year to talk about Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
And then they would sing the song, Cinco de Mayo Day is always the 5th of May.
Oh, wow.
Everybody sing and clap and sway. It's the Mexican-American way.
Oh, that's beautiful. Why do people hate on Cinco de Mayo so much? Yeah, it doesn't mean anything, but it's it's embracing a culture on a specific day.
I think it's more like white people embracing being able to drink margaritas.
Yeah, it's more so
And,
that. But that's a beautiful song that wouldn't have come...
Wear sombreros and
Dude,
stuff.
I like your childhood memories song way more than mine. Mine's weak. Cinco de Mayo is holiday time in Mexico. God, Edgewood Private School, you really
dumb.
phoned it in with that one.
And
God.
it's like there's other Mexican holidays that are kind of way cooler.
Yeah, the one in September.
There's Children's Day.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, that's a whole day for kids.
Dia de las Muertes.
Yeah.
That's a great day right there.
Yeah, there's that day, too.
I mean, I'm just going to watch Coco
They're all
every year in celebration.
I've never seen Coco.
Oh,
is it good?
Stunning, man.
I actually saw Moana recently, and I cried at the end.
I cry in all those movies. I cry
can't
in
help but
all
cry.
of those movies, and I cried multiple times in this movie.
I cry more in movies now than I ever have.
I'm
I'm more emotional now.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm losing it.
Really? That's funny.
Losing my edge.
I went out to the movies a lot alone in my early 20s, and I did not get out of a single movie without crying. Like, it was just such
Wow. You watch a Dude, Where's My Car?
Yes.
And you cry?
God. Can't believe tickets are $12 now.
No, yeah.
What was one?
I'll cry in a movie theater.
What's that Quaron movie?
The what? Oh,
With-
Y Tu Mama También?
Yeah, but I didn't see. It was after that one.
Children of Men?
Yes. Children of Men, I saw it by
cried?
myself, and I thought it was just such a breathtakingly amazing achievement that I was just moved to tears by the art, you know? And now I can't even remember the name of the freaking movie. Great, Mike. Way to go. So, happy Cinco de Mayo. You know, I thought it was bigger as a kid. Cinco de Mayo was great.
It was bigger as a kid?
I thought, like, growing into adulthood that it would be a bigger deal, but it's really not.
I mean, I'm actually Mexican, so it was never a big deal to me, and it would always be like the day where my Mexican side of the family is like, oh, this is the day where white people think that we celebrate this.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. There's a huge stigma with this holiday because it doesn't mark anything really all that significant. So if the Mexicans
like,
aren't going to get on board with it, then who the hell is?
I don't know. It's like us celebrating a victory in like the Spanish-American War or something.
But, you're telling me that marking St. Patty's Day on that day is the most incredible, miraculous thing that ever happened to the Scottish people?
Scottish?
The Irish people?
Oh, man.
Sorry.
You blew it.
Yeah. What? Oh, boy. Hey, look, man. Irish blood, English heart, that's what I'm made of, and there's no one on earth I'm afraid of, right? And I will die with both of my hands untied, all right?
That's the most Mexican thing you've ever said. Quoting those Morrissey lyrics.
Zingo! Nice. All right, but God, Mexicans love them some Morrissey and Smiths, man.
There's just something
unbelievable.
There's just something inside of me that
yeah
is moved every time I see Morrissey's face.
You and the Mexican people. There was like a no reservations that showcased that very thing in Mexican culture in L.A. Yeah. And they're all like, I don't know. It's just something that takes over. It consumes my body. It's such a relatable thing to me.
Yeah, I don't know. And he's such an asshole, too.
Yeah. I don't have that feeling, really, with the Smiths, really. I like a couple songs.
I think, first of all, their approach to guitar is just...
beautiful.
Like, amazing.
Yeah.
Like, this Charmless Man, try to play that. Try to learn how to play that. You will fail.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that I don't really appreciate Morrissey, but I didn't grasp it at the point where I'm like engulfing myself with every song. Like I know the hits. Like what difference does it make? That's a guitar riff. That's probably one of my top 5 favorite songs of all time, right? But I've never really delved as deep. I had Meat is Murder and I loved it, but it was a little pretentious in my opinion. Even as a 20-something, I was thinking that. So that's like hardcore. But yeah, I know you and Chris, they really delve deep. That's one of your top. Together too. You and Chris together, hand in hand, listening to the same song. Why are you looking down? Like
scrotum and scrotum.
Yeah.
Just
you do
tickling each
sway
other's.
When they touch every other side.
Yeah.
Touch.
Butt to butt.
You and Chris.
Sack.
Yeah. What if I walked into that? I'd be like,
"That's beautiful.
Way to go, guys!
You did it.
You guys got a little. You rehearsed a little routine there.
Man. All right. I kind of wanted to talk about the greatest Royal Rumble.
All right. I kind of didn't.
It was definitely not the greatest Royal Rumble.
It was a little long.
It was way long.
It was a little dry.
I just the more like afterwards you just think about it and you think about how they try to present themselves as like an anti-bullying progressive company with their women's revolution, but women weren't allowed to even go.
Yeah, I know.
Like to the point where Stephanie McMahon couldn't go.
Okay, but isn't WWE going to make that an issue for the betterment of the people in Saudi Arabia?
No.
They're making a stance right now. There is a women's march going on within the WWE that this is all part of their strategy, I think.
This is not. This was them going in there to make money and fuck these women for the time being.
I enjoyed it, I guess, but it was a little too lengthy.
I just, I don't know. I've been watching The Handmaid's Tale. It's back.
Oh, really?
And you know my just like feminism feelings are really peaking here. Because it's like that.
Below my skinny belt, a refutation of gravity. Thank you very much.
The fictional view of America in Handmaid's Tale, that's Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Now.
Right.
Currently. So you're bringing, I mean, okay, fine, have an event there, but then to have these segments in between matches talking about how great they are because now they're allowing women to drive. Okay. Women still can't go in public unaccompanied by men. There's many things that women are not allowed to
There
do.
were a multiple number of women's matches that were featured on this card, though.
No, there weren't.
Yeah, there were.
No, there weren't. You didn't watch it, I guess.
Oh.
There was women didn't even make the trip.
That's disgusting. I skipped ahead to the Royal Rumble. I'm not going to lie.
No, there were absolutely no women featured.
Zero?
In fact, there was like a big controversy that they showed a commercial with women in it.
Wow.
On the screens during the event. There was controversy about that. That they showed like that commercial talking about how they're only going to have dual branded pay-per-views now.
Yeah, they had the ad where they're all singing karaoke, and
Yeah.
that's heavily female dominated.
Yeah, that was taboo.
Makes
So
me
fuck
sick.
that.
Yeah, you're right.
And they also wouldn't allow, it was kind of like swept under the rug until after. Sami Zayn wasn't allowed to go
Why?
because he's of Syrian descent.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
Saudi Arabians hate Syrians.
So we've come nowhere then. But what about all the vignettes that are featuring females, mothers of Saudi Arabia, and talking about how much progress they've gotten?
Yeah.
There are a number of them that feature women.
Oh, great. Maybe you'll get to drive a car with your husband right next to you. You know, big deal. Big deal, Saudi Arabia.
That is so-
You can do better,
Yeah, no doubt. But hey, man, progress is progress, right?
I guess.
It's slow, and it is as slow and lengthy and drawn out as this 50-man Royal Rumble. But I think they'll get there. I really do. But gosh darn it.
At least it had the Titus O'Neil moment.
Like, they don't discuss, the finer points of Cinco de Mayo in Saudi Arabia like we just did. Like, it is...
They're not allowed to.
What
They'll
an
be
incredible... Like, oh,
beheaded in the streets.
my heart goes out. Seriously, it does. And God bless America, man. Holy crap. Really makes you appreciate what you have. But, okay, come on. There are people just hanging in the streets circa Handmaid's Tale, It's not as bad as this culture.
If
in Handmaid's
you
Tale.
are gay, you will be hung in the streets for sure. And that happens in Handmaid's Tale.
I got through the first 2 episodes. Okay, I finally started it. When you're... It's excellent, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm not rushing to the third because it's so painful.
Yeah, it's so somber.
Exactly. So I got it's like 2 in a row. I was like, I need a break. I'm taking a break. But when you're the entire time I'm watching that show, do you know when you're like standing, you're in line at like a bank and it's hot and you just feel kind of lightheaded and queasy? Like, I might need to sit down. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't feel right.
No,
you feel off equilibrium.
It's
That's
like when
how
you
I
watch
feel
Schindler's
watching
List or
this.
something.
It's
not a
so-
pleasurable experience.
It's not a pleasurable experience, but it's so well done, and the narration is so, gosh darn good.
What I really like about it are all of the flashbacks that kind of give you little peeks
Yes.
As to how this happened.
Do they actually
like when
say
they
what
weren't
year
allowed to
this
be?
is?
No, I mean it's just a dystopian version of.
Yeah,
It could be
because I wonder if the
anytime.
sterility hit like right around now, like right around 2020 or something like that,
Yeah.
and then we're seeing 10 years after. I don't know. Bleak.
Yeah. Speaking of shows, I was kind of thinking about Westworld.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the?
I watched
new
the
episode?
premiere, and
Yeah.
I have not watched the episode 2, and I'm probably going to miss episode 3 because I'm going to a pie festival tomorrow in Westwood, California. Thank you, KCRW. A friend of mine is entering a Oaxacan pie. And
A Oaxacan pie?
A Oaxacan pie. It's
Wait,
heavily...
you have a Oaxacan friend?
No. No. It's a category. She's actually Jewish, but she's entering.
You have a Jewish friend?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a female friend?
Yes. Married with a child.
Oh.
You've met.
We have?
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, I
Entering
know
a
who you're
pie.
talking about.
I just get the feeling that she would be like, don't, if she's not listening, of course. I think Ryan, sorry. But if she's like, if they say my goddamn name, I swear to God, I'm never talking to that man again. You know what I mean? Anyway, good luck to you tomorrow, Ashley. Shit.
What kind of pie do they make in Oaxaca?
Okay, well, it's heavily influenced by mole, right? So there's some hints of chocolate, and it was all from scratch.
So it's like a chocolate
It's
pie?
a chocolate. It was breathtaking. I got to try it a couple weeks ago. It's amazing. And it's just oats and cinnamon and chocolate, and excellent crust, your traditional kind of crust, not like graham cracker or any of that crap. No parts of it. I'm walking up to a pie and I see graham cracker crust. I'm walking, Ryan.
I like graham cracker crust.
No.
I love me a key lime pie with a good graham cracker
That's true.
crust.
That's true. I'm sorry.
That's probably my favorite pie.
Yeah, but oh my God, there's so many better crusts than the graham cracker to complement the key lime portion. You know, a true key lime pie should be white, not green.
Well,
Key lime pies from Key West, Florida are white. And the original location was devastated by the hurricane and is no longer standing. Yeah.
oh, thank you. Anyway, Westworld. It got me thinking about Blade Runner.
Oh.
And
so
now
you
I
don't like
realize, yeah, like I didn't really even like. I watched the whole first season, and then now that like all this time has passed, and I watched this freaking, what was it, 80-minute long premiere?
It was 80 minutes, yeah. And then they always do the recap,
God.
beforehand. That, beautifully edited, what we saw last season. I'm watching that thing. It's like, a minute and a half vignette, and I'm just like, oh boy.
I was
should
just
rewatch
like,
I don't remember any of
who
this crap.
cares?
I'm going like, I forgot every single plot point. It's really convoluted and it's hard to follow, but I love it, man.
You
Something
can't
about it.
make me care about these AI people. And I think that's what I feel about Blade Runner. It's like these are all just manufactured people, and I don't give a shit.
It was kind of predictable, too, that they were messing with time and that the Ed Harris character was the younger, spry guy. It was pretty obvious, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like,
that.
And it went out
That was
online. Everyone's like,
obvious.
this is what's going to
And
happen.
then Bernard.
everybody. Bernard's also a robot. This
Yeah.
is what's going to happen. I think it was once the Bernard angle happened, which I thought was great. I think after that, it was just kind of a peak for me. And I'm like, I watched it, but it was like watching a Western. You just like, this is comfortable.
I don't always feel like that when I watch a Western.
No, not, okay, like The Searchers kind of Western. Not like Unforgiven, because that's like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Love that movie. Oh, man. I'm a big wet. Ryan.
You're a big wet.
I'm a big wet. Can I get that on my shirt? I'm a big wet.
Well, you sweat
I'm
a
a
lot.
big wet guy. Don't draw
You're the-
attention to my friggin' armpits,
You're at least
man.
not wearing Heather Gray today
What
to
show is
show
that?
off your pit stains.
Heather Gray. Who's she?
Your favorite.
No, what's
Woman.
that line? Hey, man, I got big pores. What was that, from Vice or something? Or Veep? It was from Veep. All right.
Okay, the only
What just
artificial intelligence that I'm gonna care about is
Yeah.
Johnny Five, because at least he's got a sense of humor, and he's nice.
Johnny Five?
From Short Circuit.
Oh. Okay. God.
Like, did you care about him? I did.
Not enough to know who the hell you were talking about.
I was really into Short Circuit.
That was a great movie.
2, part
Yeah.
2.
Really?
Remember when
Did
he
you have
like
it on VHS?
joins the gang, like the Cholo gang?
Oh, yes!
And
It was
he's like,
outside, and they
"Look."
whapped him up with headbands and stuff. And he
Yeah,
was wearing
he
like
was like,
gangster
Los
clothes.
locos kick your ass. Los locos kick your face.
Yeah.
Los locos kick your balls into outer space.
All right, fine. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Every
Care
time
about him more
every
than
time-
those stupid Westworld robots.
Okay, that's fine. Good for you.
Oh, I gotta find my fake daughter.
So you don't like Westworld?
My fake daughter from the simulation I was in. I need to go find her.
You are not going to ruin. You've ruined a lot of things. You are
Andre
not
the
going to
Giant.
ruin Westworld for me. But here's the thing about Short Circuit. Every time someone says it, like I'm kind of like a phony Short Circuit fan because I really didn't watch it all that much. But I always think always think the movie's Inner Space. I always connect Short Circuit with Inner Space. And
I
that
love Inner
movie
Space.
Is 1,000 times better, and then I get sad that
They're
we're not.
two different movies.
But no, I'm just saying this is how
Yeah.
connections I make internally, and then I get kind of sad because I much would rather have a conversation about Inner Space than Short Circuit. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on why I don't remember Johnny Five.
Number Johnny 5.
Yeah, I know.
White
I know
guy
what he
playing
looked
an
like,
Indian
of course.
guy.
I mean, I just okay, fine. What about 3PO? Huh?
Oh, fuck him.
All right, R2.
I care about R2.
Okay, it's because of the beeps, right? The very sympathetic beep.
Yeah. If any, I mean, 3PO's a piece of shit.
All right, what about the ex machina broad there, huh?
Well, she's gonna destroy us all.
Yeah.
I can't feel sympathy for her.
Okay, so this is only robots you feel sympathy with.
Yeah, well, I mean, they want us to feel sympathy for the Westworld robots. They're rebelling against their captors that traumatize them for this whole time, and making them die and come back to life over and over and over
I
again,
sympathize with
using
that.
them for sex and whatnot. But
I
I
do
don't,
miss-
because that's what they were built for.
Yeah. Well,
Because you're not real.
okay, but they have the ability to comprehend thought and feel. They should have left that part. Human beings should have left that part of their makeup.
If they did,
Because that's not fair. That's not right.
then make me like them a little.
You didn't
more.
sympathize with the Clementine character at least?
Hell no.
Oh,
don't
man.
give a shit
I
about
do
her.
miss
Don't. I'm not gonna watch this
You
show
got some
anymore.
rind on you. Look at you. You got rind on you. Welcome to the Mariposa.
I'm done.
You can't
watching
sympathize
this show.
with that?
No.
You're a monster. You're an absolute monster. And this is why you eat cow.
I actually.
This
stopped.
is why you eat cow.
I
You're like,
stopped
they're
eating
born so we can eat them. Big deal.
Well, why do
this
you
is
eat
why
'em?
you eat Kobe beef. All right? They're fine. They're drinking. They're not moving.
Why do you eat cow?
Because I fucking love the taste.
Yeah, exactly.
Square
And and these people want to kill and fuck these robots because
Yeah.
they love the feeling.
Okay, come on. What's the first thing you would do when you went to Westworld? We're going to the Mariposa, right? I mean,
Go
come
to the
on.
brothel.
Yeah. Make love with
Like,
Clementine? Are you kidding me?
They've revealed that there's other worlds, not just Westworld. I'd
there's a
prefer to
samurai
go to one
world.
of those worlds.
I thought they were. They're hinted at a samurai world or something like that.
Yeah, I'd rather go to some other kind of world. I'm not really interested in a Old West experience.
I think I had it season 1. I enjoyed. Oh, what about the music? The music's breathtaking. 90s music set to that
To piano?
piano. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, okay, and then they were playing friggin'.
That makes the 80 minutes just fly by.
I mean, the final scene in that battle, they were playing Radiohead. That Creep, I think it was. That was awesome.
Oh.
And then in the promo for season 2,
Heart-shaped box.
Heart-shaped box from In Utero, man, and that's awesome.
Yeah, well, I guess that'll keep you sticking around. Maybe they'll play,
I'll stick around. I'll stick around. Foo Fighters.
Four Non-Blondes or something. That'll
I
be
would
great.
explode. You're telling me you wouldn't get down with that? You go to hell. You could go right to hell, you monster.
I watched Infinity War last weekend, the new Avengers
I
movie.
already know what happens, and I couldn't care
I
less.
just gotta say, Batista, man,
He's rules.
another
slam
stellar.
dunk. Yeah.
He is so funny in it.
I am such
No.
a mark for Batista now,
You
man.
should. I think you should see it because
I will.
Like, it's just a marvel in story structure.
Marvel is way better than DC. We can all agree with that,
Oh,
right? No
no,
comparison.
hands down better.
DC is slow. I did like Wonder Woman though. DC is just slow and trying to be too deep with their characters. Like this is a
Yeah.
comic. These are archetypes. We don't have to invest that much right now as far as their inner psyche.
They managed to just get all of these characters to come together, split them off into different groups, and just write a script that just flows.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't want to spoil it. We could make it a future Squared
Here's the
Circle
thing.
Cinema. We could put it in the urn. But, yeah, man. Batista was great again.
Oh, actually, you know what? You should add it to the urn now, and it's hey, if fate has it that we should watch that movie soon, then we'll watch this movie soon. It'll be another in theaters episode, like we did with Jumanji. Checking it out the archives and check it out on YouTube for once. We're getting all these hits for like people trying to seek out like the movies we're talking about. Like Andre the Giant went through the roof because everyone's like,
oh, I don't have to
watch
get
it for
HBO.
free on YouTube, and then we get a thumbs down, of course.
You motherfuckers.
Yeah. You know, why don't you pay for it?
Why don't you turn that thumb back around and stick it up your ass?
Yeah! Why don't you get your mom's HBO Go account at least, you losers?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like, you could be winners
Who the
like
hell's
us.
seeking that out for free? Like, are you out of your mind?
Hey, so I found something.
And we love you, Cinemaniacs. All right? We love you.
Except for that thumb down prick.
Well, he's not. He's
a
looking for the
Cinemaniac.
Andre the Giant documentary. and like glow through the roof.
So that recent, have you heard about all this controversy with Kanye West lately? He's
As far as he and our president of the United States.
Yeah, and he recently said that slavery was a choice.
Oh my God! All right, this is a character now. Then, so wait a minute. Is Donald Trump actually buying into this? That they're like bros now?
Oh, he thanks him all the time. I mean, they met at Trump Plaza, Trump Tower.
Yeah. I'm sure he respects the living daylights out of him as a businessman.
So I found an article from WWF Magazine.
Ooh.
1989.
Wow.
January 1989.
I was not subscribing to the magazine yet, but I was.
I wasn't even watching wrestling yet.
Yeah,
I don't think I started
yeah,
until 90.
Right. I started my subscription in 1992.
So this article was written by the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Wow.
And it's entitled, Why I Deserve to Have a Slave.
Oh my God.
And you know what's weird about it is
Oh my. You read it.
he thinks that Hercules is going to be his slave or should be his slave. But it's like, we all know that Virgil's your slave.
Yeah. Wait a minute. When did he and Virgil split? That was like 90, right? So Virgil was still his
Virgil
butler.
was his slave at this point.
this point.
Maybe he wanted to add another slave.
No.
Okay.
No.
So this article is like 5 paragraphs of Ted DiBiase's point as to why he should make a slave, have a slave.
I would like to hear
and
this.
then there are rebuttals by different WWF superstars.
All of which are white.
Yes, all of them are white. Everybody involved with this is white. Okay.
Even the editor.
Throughout history, there have been people destined to be served by others, like Julius Caesar, Napoleon, Andrew Carnegie. Rich, powerful men are born to be served by their inferiors. I am one of those men, and Hercules was meant to serve me as my slave. Ooh. Right now, Hercules thinks he has escaped from slavery. But I say for everybody to hear, Hercules will be my slave. It is his destiny. He is mine to do with as I want.
He's talking about
he will say what I want and act the way I tell him. Is that why Hercules has the chain? Because he's like broken. He's broken the shackles of his masters?
You can't just do that. You can't just insert Hercules in there and make us think that we're going to the Roman Empire and not American society, and culture in the 60s in America. You can't just do that. You can't just switch Virgil from Hercules and think we're not talking about friggin' black slaves in America, you dick.
Wait, and then what? While he's writing this, Virgil's probably, doing his toes.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Do you think... Okay, he definitely didn't write that,
Well, I mean, Vince McMahon probably.
Right. And then they fed him. No, he's talking about Hercules.
Pat Patterson is my slave.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, he definitely didn't write it, all right? But the person that had written it for him was like, all right, you wrote this recently, so let me just give you the bullet points. This is how you feel right now. And he's probably like, what the hell?
You want a slave.
Are you kidding me? God, I'm already pushing it with this angle here.
Men of power and position like me should have a slave to work for them. I don't have the time or interest to do menial tasks. I don't have time to bother my brain with everyday things. I consider myself only with the things that are important, like managing my money. Hercules doesn't know it, but he could be happy as my slave. He would not have to think for himself ever. I would do his thinking for him. All he would have to do is work hard. I believe that Hercules is the kind of man who needs someone above him to give him orders. That's what Bobby the Brain Heenan did for him, and that's what I'll do for him. And don't you worry, Hercules. The day will come when it all happens. Hercules will bow to me. He will kneel at my feet and wait for my instructions. But first he will be taught a lesson. He will learn that slaves who resist their fate suffer. They suffer very much.
You're gonna suffer.
I'll enjoy teaching Hercules that lesson. I'll break his spirit and make him understand that he is nothing, nobody, a man who was meant to be manipulated. So Hercules, you might as well give up your futile struggle now, because it's going to happen. Like it or not, little man, you will be my slave. Little man.
Little man.
Dude's
He
huge.
says little man a lot, though. That was part of his shtick.
Dude is huge.
He's gonna
I mean,
chains.
What a shitty feud that must have been. Did you ever like Hercules?
No, never. I don't think I'd ever seen a Hercules match where he won. You know, for the fact that he was in like a chain match or something like that.
See, he went up against Earthquake at WrestleMania 6, right?
I think so. What was his WrestleMania 7 match?
WrestleMania 7.
can't
No,
remember.
Power and Glory.
That was
Sour
Power and Glory, Sour and Glory. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And then I
LOD
think
went over.
4, he went up against Warrior, right? And Warrior broke the chain.
That was the chain match or whatever. I think that's the one I was referring to. God, yeah. No, never.
He's a loser.
Never. I categorize him with like the Dino Bravos and the Greg Valentines. It's like,
it's like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, rebuttals. The first one is Hercules.
Hey,
I am no one's slave.
I appreciate the opportunity.
I am the mighty Hercules. No one owns Hercules.
Oh.
Ted DiBiase, let me tell you something. All your money can't buy what I have. My dignity.
Oh my God! Is he sitting in front of a typewriter with little glasses with a monocle typing this shit?
I'll tell you something. You tried to take it from me, but now I'm going to take something from you. I'm going to take away your pride. You're not going to break me. I'm going to break you.
Or-
you will feel the wrath of Hercules.
Or is he pacing the floor while the guy's like a ghostwriter's typing it? He's just like so mad. One thing you'll never get is my dignity, okay?
I wonder what, I mean, this is just like one guy that wrote this whole thing,
Yeah.
right? Like, what's
No,
that guy
there's no
getting
interviews
paid?
taken or anything. He didn't conduct any interviews. All right, so
I
what do
mean,
you think, Hercules?
Was that
I mean,
in the
those are
voice
some-
of Hercules? I don't think Hercules is even that eloquent. And
Thanks
that
for giving
wasn't
me that
even that
voice.
good. Okay, Brother Love.
Yeah, Hercules. I can't picture Hercules uttering dignity for some reason.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit.
The dude does not have dignity. The dude was like so
dude doesn't
roided
know the
out you could
definition
just
of the
pop
word.
him with a needle.
The dude doesn't know the definition of it. Yeah.
He did not die with dignity, that's for sure.
He wasn't that graceful in the ring either.
Yeah.
Definitely only a body. Yeah.
Brother Love. People should serve others. People should have acceptance of their fate. Hercules has a chance to serve the great Ted DiBiase. If Hercules fails, he'll show he has no love. That was a rebuttal?
That's okay.
Okay.
He probably did write that. No, I don't know. I think, yeah. Does it say written by or it actually, you know?
No, it says this
Okay.
article is by Ted DiBiase, and then there's a little section of rebuttals.
Oh my God. Is this just the transcript of it, or are you actually looking at a copied page, like a PDF of the actual? Oh man, it's a PDF of the actual page from the magazine, and it's got the teal wearing Macho Man, which
Yeah.
I preferred. I like the teal.
Oh, yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage. Hercules won't be a slave to anybody, least of all scum like Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, you.
I predict that Hercules will give the $1 million man $1 million hurt.
Oh yeah. So this guy's like, all right, Macho, what do you think? All right, okay. These are some serious words here, right? This is like libel. What are your thoughts? He's like, well, he wants him to be a slave? I don't like that at all. You got something to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it? I could.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh.
Hercules is an ungrateful cur. He was nothing until I managed
Cur
him.
like a stray cat.
Now I tried to give him a chance to serve the $1 million man, and he refused. It was the chance of a lifetime because he was so stupid. Hercules will pay.
Wow. See? Yeah, that's well written for Bobby Heenan, I would say. Oh, this is bad business.
I suppose. Hulk Hogan.
Oh.
Slavery is the worst of evils, brother. There's nothing worse. Slavery was destroyed a long time ago. Ted DiBiase can't bring it back. And he'll find out that anybody who tries to tear down another man's dignity ends up torn apart. Hercules, we're all behind you.
Jeez, there's that word again. God, he really interviewed everybody.
Yeah.
Did they end up having a feud? Like, what did this lead to?
I mean,
I'm
I don't remember them wrestling. I'm going to seek this out.
Tempted to watch this feud, this arc. I'm kind of tempted.
Yeah, I'm going to, well, you know what? Sometime around
89.
January 89.
Okay, yeah.
So there
It
you
wasn't
go.
it was never like a Royal Rumble match. It definitely wasn't a WrestleMania match, but it could have been like
Maybe it
a
was, like superstars. Or
yeah, like
main
superstars,
event.
or have a a blow off at main event.
Yeah, I want to find more old WWF
arcs.
magazine articles.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I got them all still to this day.
You do?
I do. I gotta look for them.
Look
I
through
gotta
some
look
of
for
them.
But
yeah.
it's every
Bring 'em
I was a
in.
subscriber, so that's every single one from January of '92 onwards through Raw Magazine, because then I subscribed to Raw Magazine, and through like '99, I want to say.
Did I ever tell you the valuable lesson I learned when I tried to subscribe to Raw Magazine?
No.
So I had birthday money or something.
You were balling.
Yeah,
You
I
were
was like,
balling.
I could spend my money. What? It's only $9.99 for this Raw Magazine subscription.
I'm gonna buy something for me.
Or maybe it was like $12.99 or something. I was like, I'll do it. I've got money. And so,
So
I
you're going
sent them a
to
$20 bill in the mail.
Wow. You were going. That's an investment. You were going to invest in monthly payments. You thought you were going to be up $10 a month every month.
I was just like, they could keep the change.
Wow.
I'll just subscribe to this.
I
with
don't
the cash I
remember.
have. And then months would go by and I'd be like, wait, where is it?
Oh no!
Where's my magazine?
Because you didn't get the address right.
No, because you should never mail cash to anybody.
Oh yeah.
Some asshole in Stanford, Connecticut pocketed my $20 bill
Wow.
and crushed my dreams.
How did they okay, circa when? 92, 93? What year are we?
When did Raw Magazine first come out?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Raw Magazine was like 96 or 97. I think
Yeah.
96. But I can't remember how you would go about. I mean, would you go on AOL to sign up for the subscription? You would have to mail it in. You would send like a check or money order, right?
Remember, it was in WWF magazine. They would have the little cards.
Yes.
You subscribe,
and you
check it.
year, 2 years.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I checked that. I did all that. I put a $20 bill in the envelope, sent it out,
And just waited.
and
Wow.
never got my
Unbelievable.
Raw Magazine.
And you had the address right? Did you accompany it with like a letter about yourself? And why,
No letter.
What professional wrestling means to you?
No letter.
That
It
is
was
such a sad story.
It was probably Vince Russo or something. Just stole my $20.
Oh, disgusting. Man, that's the most disgusting story. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well, I learned a valuable
What
lesson.
a powerful story.
DTA, man. DTA.
Yeah, and then you fell for it again last year, signing up for that freaking Eric Bischoff promotion thing or whatever. You're just giving wrestling entities your money left and right. Here, take care of me.
Oh, when I when I paid for the year subscription. Oh,
You
God.
should not like wrestling.
I got my money back for that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Speaking of wanting your money back, I watched. Netflix should pay me my monthly subscription back for having watched this movie on their platform. And that movie is film number 46. Yeah. Hey, man, I just came up with that bit all off the top of my head.
You didn't even finish it. You were so proud of yourself.
Oh, my God, this is working.
Yeah.
This is working.
You cut yourself off mid-sentence to just talk about how great you were for thinking of that.
That was funny. Did you think that was funny? Film number 40. No, I was done. I'd completed.
You
the
said
joke.
film number 46. That was great. I came
yeah.
up with that.
Okay, yeah.
Right off the top of my head.
All right, fine.
Didn't
You're
even
right.
say what movie
Oh,
it is
you're
or
right.
anything.
But I had already gotten the joke out. No, as far as the structure of the joke, I think it was fine. but it's film number 46 of 5,738. The Chaperone, starring Triple H's prosthetic beard.
That was a prosthetic beard?
No doubt. He can grow a beard, and it looks kind of cool. That was like a fluff ball.
I
Looked
guess
like he
so.
had an
I didn't
opsalops
even
on
think
his
about
chin.
it. I was just like, oh, there's the game's beard.
No.
Do you know what's really weird about this movie to me? That it was released in 2011.
It feels like it's more dated.
Yeah, like, shouldn't this movie have been made in like 05 or something?
It should have, because the state of, mankind today and what our children in the future is going to behold, there are all these brats that are online and like on their cell phones and on their iPods then. But that feels like more of a 2006, 2007 thing.
Yeah. And it just...
It's like, oh, these kids with
I
their
mean, by
gadgets.
2011, he was already kind of winding down his career.
Yeah.
Awful.
There's a dinosaur scene when they go to a museum, and they did all their research just by watching Jurassic Park, it seemed like, because they had the exact same bit. Like, wait, no, dinosaurs weren't descendants of birds. Are you crazy? Or vice versa.
I think that Jurassic Park should just go that extra step and give the dinosaurs feathers.
Oh, yeah. They actually had feathers, they say.
Yeah, let's reimagine. Let's give all the raptors feathers.
I wouldn't put it past this reboot to do that, I'm really excited about the sequel, too.
The sequel looks weird to me because it's like they're trying to rescue Blue the raptor.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Well, all right. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
I'm
it's
looking
good.
forward to it. I'm sorry.
I'll see it. I'll see
Yeah.
it. I'll see it.
Yeah. And, oh, God, that Jurassic Park scene was great, though. And if you're going to completely ape that beautiful scene where, like, he got, he has the raptor claw and he's, like, taking it to that fat kid's belly. Like, they're descendants of birds, man. Believe it. It was a great scene. And they just, like, kind of aped that, and they didn't give it any justice. If you're going to completely rip off the scene, at least, I don't know.
The tone of this movie totally threw me off, man.
Slow as molasses.
I was expecting this movie to be like Mr. Nanny, and it's like kind of got a serious tone almost throughout. It's not
at the very
that
beginning,
much of a comedy. I wanted like a screwball comedy.
Absolutely, yeah.
I wanted to see like Triple H like wearing a tutu and
it's
like
more
making lunches and stuff.
It's more of a heartwarming story
it's
between
like
a father and a
redemption
daughter,
story.
and it's awful. Like, it's misses on every mark. It should have been like bad joke, shticky kind of. It should have been more like Back to School or something. Just load it with bad jokes.
I know.
Soften it up. And there were just long, drawn out scenes where nothing happened. Like, Triple H pulls up to the house in a Chevy. Triple H turns off the ignition. Triple H exits his car.
We've got to fill time.
Triple H walks to the house. They didn't have to fill time. It was an hour 43. When movies like this are just a minute above an hour and a half, each minute is
this movie should have
so
been
drawn out. It
under
felt like 4
90.
hours.
This should have been 80 minutes. This should have been as long as that friggin' Westworld.
80
episode.
minutes, fine. Load it with jokes. Because you know what? Let me tell you something. Triple H, he's a good actor.
He wasn't bad.
He was good.
Yeah.
And he could do whatever you want. He could take direction very well, I would assume.
I know. It makes you wonder, like, why didn't he act more? But I guess he's got bigger fish to fry inheriting a billion-dollar company and all.
Yeah, it's true. He still might, though. I mean, I don't know.
There was some upper echelon talent in this film.
Yes.
Kevin Corrigan.
I love him. He's in the friggin' Departed, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Goodfellas, Departed. That guy
He's great.
is a legend. I love that guy.
What was that
was he
show
doing in this
on
movie?
Grounded for Life?
Grounded for Life.
That was
I've actually...
awesome. I was like, this guy's
I've actually
hilarious.
seen Grounded for Life taped. I was in the live studio audience.
Oh, nice.
Twice.
I did that then, too. I saw Titus. And it was like a live episode. And I saw Drew Carey show. And that was another live episode. Remember when they had those specials where it was done live like once a year?
Yeah.
And like Drew Carey or Jay Leno was
Wow.
there.
So you got to go to the live Drew Carey?
Yeah, it was amazing. So it was just 30 minutes, too, because usually those are like 4 hours plus. So it was just the one episode. They started right away. It was like maybe an hour of waiting. Boom, bam.
Dude,
it was
the
so
most
funny.
brutal one time I went to an Everybody Loves Raymond taping.
Yeah.
It was like 6 or 7 hours.
Wow.
They ended up bringing out pizza to the audience. Like,
Were they just not getting
wanted
it?
to,
They
like,
had
yeah.
to keep redoing
they
scenes?
just kept redoing stuff, and then they kept like going to huddle at how to like fix a scene.
Wow.
And stuff, and it
That's
wasn't
how
even
it's
that.
done.
It wasn't even that good of an episode, really.
I'm hit or miss with. Sometimes that show really delivers for me, and most of the
Yeah,
time, though,
sometimes it's not bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's really depends on like Robert and the parents.
But you weren't, you weren't fascinated at all, though, like by how a scene grows.
I
and,
was, but you know, at a certain point, you're sitting in your chair for 5 hours, and
pretty darn unprofessional.
and even like even the warm up comic is running out of stuff to do.
Titus, they cranked it. They
Yeah.
cranked it. It was like, oh, let's do that one again. But like for a half-hour show, it took like an hour and a half. They were just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom.
they cranked
they
it
were
out with
professionals.
Grounded for Life for sure.
Yeah, but so it was an off day, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they're ready. I mean, those are pros. Those are the elite. So something really must not have been working for some reason. Maybe just because of the environment. Because they're going over that stuff and
maybe because they're
table
so
reads.
successful that they're like,
They
we
allow
need
them.
to get this right.
And plus, they allow them more time.
Yeah.
Like Grounded for Life probably only had the studio for 4 hours or something
Yeah.
like that.
But what's really funny is it's the first time I saw Grounded for Life, I got in because I was at Universal Studios, and you know how sometimes they're like, oh, watch a show
Right.
or whatever.
I
Just
would
when-
love to watch
when
a
it-
free show.
Yeah,
I will never
great.
say no to that.
So,
and they want my opinion of it? Mom?
So yeah, I went through them. The second time I tried to go watch That 70s Show, it was oversold, couldn't make it in.
Oh.
So they're like, oh, you could watch Grounded for Life instead.
Oh, that's cool.
But what's really funny is was sitting by the front both times. Warm-up comic guy is like, his seat is right in front of my seat.
Oh.
And he kept like in between his shtick, he kept going up to this blonde and like sweet talking her.
Wow.
And like, and
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Was she uncomfortable?
I don't know. But here's the kicker.
What?
She was like working on the show the second time I went.
Whoa,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. She climbed her way up that ladder.
You witnessed that firsthand.
Yeah, I saw that happen. And I was like,
Unbelievable.
oh,
Was the warm-up guy
interesting.
recognizable? Let's out him.
The warm-up guy, I guess, used to write for Married with Children.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
God, what a great gig that would be.
Warm-up?
Yeah. It would be kind of, that'd
What
be
would-
a great gig.
What would
yeah.
be your go-to shtick?
God, it is hot outside. Man, it's so hot outside. It is hot outside. Hotter than tits on a bowl, man, Anyway, we got a great show coming up with Raymond Romano. And it's going to be really fun. And
Oh,
I have jokes. I got a joke.
I'm warmed up.
Well, I have to get to my notepad to get my jokes. I've written jokes before, and they're pretty funny.
You got Ariel Winter of Modern Family.
You want to hear something
else
else that's very funny? Why don't you check out the cast on the IMDb page right now? Just check it out, dude. Scroll down the cast on their IMDb. See who's conspicuous by their absent, huh? Ariel Winter. She's not even listed there.
Whoa,
How crazy
she's not
is
on
that?
the IMDb?
She's not on the IMDb.
She had herself stricken from the record?
I don't know. It's on the Wikipedia, but it's not on the
Wow.
IMDb.
That's crazy.
Have you seen her recently? My goodness.
Oh,
she's like
I
voluptuous.
creep on her Instagram.
You better take it easy, man. She's only 20. All right.
She is constantly like taking ass pictures all the time.
How did she get that voluptuous?
Oh,
Good
she's
Lord.
everything anybody could ever want.
This is
in
the
a woman.
Modern Family girl with the glasses, the Poindexter.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Yeah, she was smuggling some candy under them sweaters.
And the poor other girl, she was kind of
Is
billed as the hot one.
Lisa
She's
Simpson
lost.
is she on the?
Oh,
I don't see
know.
her either. She was in this. What's her name?
Dude, it's Lisa Simpson.
Yeah, I don't even see her in the
Really?
cast listing.
I wonder. Why?
Yeardley Smith.
Yeah, there you go. And I did know that because of her work on City Slickers.
Yeah, it's if you click on the show Rest of Cast, Ariel Winter's on there.
Oh, really? But she should be top billing.
I know.
Like, what the hell? That's
She
strange.
was like, get me out of that top billing.
Do you think that must
hide me on the
There's
IMDb
no other.
page.
That's got to be why. Come on, Lisa Simpson. Come on. All right, it's about right. It's like okay, that's about right. What do you think of her performance?
It was wonderful.
I just can't do it. Like I close my eyes and it's Lisa. You know, it's strange to see her in other things. Do you think she's going to lose her job because of all the shenanigans? We don't have to go over plot.
Wasn't she in like a City Slickers where?
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You were thinking of your next thought.
I was.
You couldn't hear me. Yeah, she was great in that. She was crying on the couch.
Yeah, she was like use the pregnancy test on aisle 15 or whatever.
Yep. Oh boy,
Oh,
that guy needs to get out.
Yeah. Oh, what a great unhinged Daniel Stern performance.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
I miss him, man. Where is he? Where have ye gone, Daniel Stern?
I just miss his voice because of growing pains. I just miss his voice.
I wish they would make a new Home Alone.
Yeah.
With like
it won't be good.
With him and Joe Pesci.
Okay, it would
they'll
be
make
good.
It work.
Okay, that's different.
Just his scream when they put the spider on him.
I want to think of a movie that he was in that I didn't love his performance. I like Rookie of the Year because of Daniel Stern.
I like everything he's in. He's like my favorite actor.
Okay, like seriously, dude, Rookie of the Year, weak movie. And this is coming from a baseball guy. He makes it awesome.
We
heat up the ice cubes. Yeah, the funky butt lovin's pretty good.
Yeah, too. Or when that guy's like, thank you. Okay, is there anything else I could help you with, sir?
Yeah.
The guy at the hotel, he's like, well, a nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
And then this is one of the best Salisbury steaks I've ever. Gary Busey's like sharing Salisbury steak with him.
Wait, like the only Salisbury steaks I've ever had is in like a frozen meal.
Yeah, and what it is a hamburger patty.
Yeah. So
he could have very well had the best.
Has he ever had like a really good one where it's like made from scratch with some love?
No, I haven't. I bet it's very good. But it wouldn't have been on an airplane. I know that for sure. Man, he started his career with Breaking Away. Daniel Stern.
Damn. And then he was in...
What a legend.
He was in Diner,
and he was incredible in it. Like, he could be the most underrated actor of our time. Born in East L.A.? He was in Born in East L.A.? I love that.
Oh, yeah. He's the coyote. He's the guy that sneaks him across the border.
Dude, this is just like home run, bushwhacked. Oh, remember Celtic Pride?
Yeah.
God, I love that movie. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is rude of me.
Oh, Daniel Stern. I put a note, Baby Driver was inspired by this movie because he's like the best getaway driver.
That's funny. I wrote the same exact note. Mine goes, I mean, if this wasn't as good as Baby Driver, then close second, right?
Exactly.
So see, there's a composed joke. I wrote that myself.
You did.
How was my delivery? My delivery was great.
The Condoleezza Rice gag, talk about a forced joke.
I don't know. I kind of liked the Point Break homage there. I thought it was kind of funny. And I like
that
was like,
funny, but
Rumsfeld was discontinued.
But the teller...
Yeah, so what they should have done...
Even when they're like interviewing her after the fact, she was just like, can you believe he wore a Condoleezza Rice mask?
Look, Ryan, I know a lot about jokes and joke telling, okay? So what they did there was they expanded the joke too far. They stretched it out like the greatest Royal Rumble till it was unbearable. It would have been fine if they're just in the car, and like, yeah, Rumsfeld was discontinued. That's it. And then don't make any other mention to it. But then it became a joke of itself, and it didn't work.
Ugh.
Hey, guys. Wait, here's why. I can't. I got to walk around. Okay, we're going to have a great show tonight. All right?
Is this your warm-up character? I'm still pretty cold. I kind of like how Triple H becomes...
set this fucking place on fire.
He becomes Frasier.
I don't want to be too
end.
funny.
He gets his own radio call-in show.
Wait. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, great.
I love Frasier.
Yes.
Is there a wrestler in any episode of Frasier?
Oh, you got to dig into that because I would love to watch. I would love to talk about an episode of Frasier with you. I don't want to get into it now, but because I have to be in the right headspace because it's hard to react to you when you're in that
Frasier
investment.
mode.
Frasier mode when you're talking about it, because you really articulate about it, and it's really interesting stuff, and it's stuff I want to be present with, but I'm too exhausted right now because it's too hot.
This movie ends with an anal sex joke.
Yes.
Kevin Corrigan's in jail. He calls into
Yes.
Triple H's show, and then he tells him to sleep with his back against the wall.
Yep.
To protect his butthole.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you can really say about this.
That was the last scene, right? Because he gets back together with the wife, which was unnecessary. They hated him at first.
Yeah. What about? I mean, her new boyfriend seemed nice.
She dumped the poor doctor. Like, he was wealthy. He was nice.
And that guy is like a prominent
I
TV
recognized
actor
him too. And he was great. He was funny. Like,
he was on Just Shoot Me.
she deserves
wasn't he?
this man. They deserve each other.
I think he was one of the main guys on Just Shoot Me.
Probably.
Yeah.
That this daughter is going to live a miserable life. She's going to probably become addicted to methamphetamine. They're going to continue fighting.
Or she'll just grow some
very
big
unhealthy
titties and a nice ass and walk around in Daisy Dukes posting pictures on
yeah.
Instagram.
Like
all
her
the time.
nipples are showing and stuff.
Yeah.
Her erect nipples. God
There's like one
damn.
picture where she's like she's in like Cancun or something, and it's like like a hovering shot of her ass in a thong.
Just bursting out.
Just
of it.
look at her Instagram. You'll thank me later.
I have.
Oh, you're one of her followers too?
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Oh, I follow that shit.
Ryan. I usually stick with professional wrestlers. Nia Jax has a great Instagram page.
Does Nia Jax show above?
I wish she did. No, she
thong
doesn't.
shots.
I wish. Oh man, imagine her in like Cancun and we're objectifying right now. It's gross.
There's
no different than the men of Saudi Arabia, man.
I looked up the fun facts, and there was only like a kid in one of the scenes wears a Lemmy T-shirt. Like what? But what I think is fun is the director of this film, How the Mighty Have Fallen. The director of this film,
he was a
his
pretty
name
prominent
is
director.
Stephen Herrick. His debut film, which he wrote and directed, was Critters.
Yeah. Ooh.
From there, he directed Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, one of my favorite movies.
Mine too.
Of all time.
You know what though? I'm going to stop you right there. I am a Bogus Journey kind of guy.
I like them both.
I love them both.
Both, I think,
Excellent
are equal.
movies. But I also like Biodome, so my taste isn't all that great.
Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Oh, that movie has meant so much to my childhood.
Me too. It's
I've
the
watched
movie
that so many times.
You didn't even have to own that because they would play it
All the time.
daily
and
on
I
HBO.
would watch it. It was on. I would watch.
Do you
I didn't
remember
care what
when,
part it was
like,
at.
one day
They're shooting
you
plates on the roof? I'm starting from there.
one day you had HBO, and then all of a sudden, like 5 different HBOs
Yep.
popped up on your cable,
Yeah, and you thought, well, it's about time, and then you're still like, there's nothing on.
except for Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter. I guess I'll watch this again.
Yeah, it used to be, oh, you want to watch HBO or Showtime or Cinemax?
Yeah.
And then you got, wait a minute. Now
There's
that's all
HBO
one thing?
too?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he did The Mighty Ducks.
Unbelievable. What has he done since then? Wow,
I mean,
what a
right?
legend.
The last thing he did was the MacGyver reboot. 7 episodes.
Is he still working, though? I mean, he's
Yeah.
got to be up there in age.
Yeah, 2016 to 2018, he's directed 7 episodes of MacGyver.
Yeah. Well, direction, I'm sorry, frankly, was not good in this movie.
I'd give this a 3.4.
Oh, I give it all, 1.5. I'm trying to think of something positive to say about it because I don't like, the energy.
Kevin Corrigan's performance.
Kevin Corrigan,
He
yeah.
did not phone it in.
Who is Kellen Smith? He goes into a record store with his daughter and he's like, I got this eclectic taste. I like Sinatra, I like the Stones, or maybe it was Zeppelin, and I like Kellen Smith.
Yeah. Some loser kid. Maybe
so I'm
he
not
was
an
signed to WWE Records or something.
'Cause I'm like, God, am I just that far out of the loop?
This was 2011. Whoever that kid is, nobody cares now.
No, I don't want to. Oh, and his apartment burns down. Like, okay. We don't need that.
You think fire is funny? My whole life just burned in that fire.
He was not all that smart, too, because not the best way to spend more time with your daughter by abandoning your getaway crew, you know? Like, because then they're just going to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happens. They
didn't give us enough time to root for him. He went on 3 job interviews, and then that's what he does.
Yeah. And I want to root for him. I wanted to root.
Yeah.
I wanted to at least root for the guy in this movie, and it couldn't even provide that. Yeah, 1.5. Definite front runner currently, in my opinion, for the Hall of Shame.
I think we've seen worse movies than this, though.
Maybe it's just fresh in my mind.
The Miz Christmas movie, that was worse than
You're
this.
right. Already, that was worse. Because that was just, I thought that one, I wanted that to be fun too, and it was not.
Reach into my urn, Mike.
Oh, I get to pick this time. Reaching into
Pick out
Ryan's
the
urn
next
of soul.
film.
A film starring professional wrestlers. And the film is Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages.
Was that the one with Mark Wahlberg?
No, that's the musical with Tom Cruise. Man, who is in that?
Oh, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, let me look up what...
Came out like 2010, 2012 or something like that. Okay, I kind of missed this one. I wanted to see this for sure.
Where the fuck is it? Hold on.
It's got Alec Baldwin.
I'll find what wrestler is in Rock of Ages. If you give me...
Well, it's not Russell Brand.
10 minutes.
Okay. Bryan Cranston. Oh, man. There's... Okay, Paul Giamatti. Boy, we are... Kevin Nash!
There it is, Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Big Kev.
All right.
Thank you.
One of our favorites.
Yes. Rock of Ages.
All right. A member of the Squared Circle Cinema Hall of Fame right there.
Yeah. Will he be a 2-time inductee?
Only time will tell.
Do you think he sings in this?
Ooh. So it's a full-on musical?
Yeah. It's a musical of 80s hair metal songs. So it's like the songs are actual songs.
Okay. Okay. I bet this is going to be pretty good. It takes place on the Sunset Strip too. That's kind of neat. All right.
All right. Well, I'm Ryan the Muffler Bruckner, going back to my notes after trying to figure out who was in Rock of Ages, and I'm saying that you will look into my eyes and you will know that I am the game and I am that damn good.
And I'm Mike Big Tobacco Ryan saying, I look real good and feel real better. I make a burlap sack look like a cashmere sweater.